Yep, there it is. What's going on? Well, I got the hat here right now because I rocked the hat yesterday, last night, and everything. So I'm chilling though today. Make sure I got everything on me. What's going on, world? Chilling for now. It's one of those waiting on. As a fact, let me check it real quick. I was waiting on a text, if not a call, for today, morning, whatever, you know. And yeah, we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I'm waiting on a friend right now to just hit me up. So it's funny, but I got all my tools and whatever prepared. It's kind of interesting because for those here from the playback, go ahead and check the live chat. You never know who drops in, whoever spits a game, whatever. But I will say, I thought about it. It's like as much as I'm waiting for my friend, I still got to bring my equipment with me, all my laptop and chargers and all this stuff. I got to bring it with me. Go down to or go up to the library, I should say specifically, and get back to work. Just get moving, get back to editing and cropping clips and all that. I'm saying, getting situated here, getting acclimated here, right? And I was thinking about this because this morning I was like, you know, sometimes you'll just keep your whole day open to be available for someone sometimes. And that I think that's a good thing to do. Keep the whole day open. I think that's nice, it's courteous, right? But then I used to do that a lot. But today I was like, well, these are people that more or less have like we've either just not been in contact in the past before or they flaked before. And I don't say this in a bad way. I'm just being honest. It's just a historical fact. It's just like, yeah, we just kind of phone tagged a lot and it may or may not fall through, but whether it falls through or not, I have to keep doing what I need to do, is what I'm trying to say. So whether things fall through or not, I don't want to sacrifice my whole 24 hours just to be available for someone that may or may not show up. Meanwhile, I can just for the next 24 hours be available for myself and stay consistently, active and what's the word? Like present with the things I need to do, the things I need to get done. So I'm over here just, I have a few clips to upload, or I have a few full videos to upload. And then I also have like some stuff to edit, and they're actually pretty short clips. But a lot of footage to send out to friends. So their actual match footage from the weekend, I get to send it to them. I did probably one on Sunday, but I did multiple on Saturday. I got it all out that same weekend. And interestingly enough, it's like, oh yeah, I got all of it done. I got most of it done, but that's just me being proactive. Getting ready, like preparing for my weekday and whatnot. What's going on, Nolan? Appreciate you dropping in. Thank you for being here. But yeah, I got all that. I got all that in place basically. I got all the you know, all the right eggs in the right basket, pretty much. And today, all I have to do is just make sure I put things together, create little montages, add little music to it, just whatever. You know, add some. Yeah, it's a little. Yeah, it's tough, man. So it's just been interesting. It's like there's just been some really interesting like vlog stuff going on, or sorry, what I mean is like in the midst of me creating the vlog stuff and all things related to that, it's really interesting. Brandy Seal, what's going on? It work. Who's it work? What? IT work? IT work. Okay. Is that who I think it is? It might be who I think it is. What's going on with you? No, I thought you was someone else. I thought you was someone else. I actually knew. My bad. IT work. E-math. What's going on, bro? E-math. I feel like you were here before. I appreciate you dropping in again, man. Appreciate it. Hold on. Let me check something. I gotta swipe down. Check the notifications. But yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, man, that's kind of where I've been at. I had named. Actually, it's funny. I put this prompt up a long time ago for the Virgie. What's going on? What's going on, Virgie? I put the prompt up like weeks ago or months ago, where I was like, "What topic do you want me to discuss?" And like, I guess today we'll get into this. Let me grab my stuff. I'm gonna walk over to the next joint, if not walk in circles a bit, because I got the coffee with me right now. Here we go. But no, it was like when you look forward to speaking with someone. Matter of fact, I'll be right. No, I don't need to risk it. When you look forward to speaking with someone, pretty much, it's pretty much what it all of what it is. Looking forward to speaking with someone, um, and the reciprocation ain't there, or something like that. That's the topic. Oh, that's the what's the word? The the feeling, that's the sentiment, I guess you would say. That's the sentiment. I'm trying to find the right words here. That's the sentiment that a lot of people have to deal with sometimes. It's like, maybe I shouldn't say a lot. I'll speak for myself because for me, it's like I dealt with that early. You know what I'm saying? Dealt with that early. Well, who is this person, man? I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is, man. Your stuff is being hidden though, naturally. But I don't know if I remember you. Hey, I appreciate you dropping in, bro. Either way, appreciate you being here. Um, you can look forward to look forward to speaking with people, family or friends. Might even be people you think you vibe with. You know what I'm saying, family wise, etc. End of the day, man, I will say the reciprocation is damn near everything. Goes without saying, man. Goes without saying. Um, Somebody had this quote the other day. You know, I'll be stealing quotes here and there. I'll be learning things here and there, stealing it. Somebody says something about love without the reciprocity is draining or something like that, something to that degree, and it never rang any more true. So, but at the same time, as I was speaking with someone on the live chat the other day, I was like, honestly, if that's who you are and this is what you do, you would continue operating in that fashion. It would be nothing to you. You understand? You would continue to be a loving person. Like it wouldn't, your love shouldn't be dictated based off of how someone receives it or whether they're able to dish it back to you, if that makes sense. So I think about that stuff sometimes. You know, I think about it here and there. What's going on, Fish? Ooga Booga is wild though. Yo, the other day, shout out to this dude, Tempest, and that'd be funny if that was you, Fish. But anyway, he somebody somebody in the voice chat says, yeah, at the end of my match when I did the interview, I said Ooga Booga, and so Tempest is black, and he was like, man, Ooga Booga is crazy, and like they didn't understand what that person meant. I was like, yeah, they're white, they don't know that. That sounds crazy, but that's just funny as hell. I just every time I see Ooga Booga now or I hear it, that should be cracking me up. I don't know if that's good or bad, bro. I ain't gonna lie. But no, so back to what I was saying when I spoke with the other dude. Matter of fact, Fish, I think you were there when I was speaking with the dude. Matter of fact, I was going. When I was speaking with him, I forgot the dude's name, but I was kind of just telling him like, if that's who you are, you would just continue being who you were. You know what I mean? It shouldn't. Someone's obviously like if you're doing it for like a relationship or like a loved one, it's gonna hit you a certain way. It's gonna hurt you to the point where you might start adjusting how you approach people and how you talk to them and whatnot. And that's important. Stream is laggy. Oh my bad. Let me know if it gets fixed soon. I'm walking through some alleyways right now. Funny enough. Hey, I appreciate you being here though, Fish. My bad. Yeah, Fish. Let me know if this starts to clear up a bit. I am walking past a certain there's these certain buildings where they do like glass work, and I forget what's back here, like restaurants and shit. Yeah, it's like restaurants. My bad, dog. Let me know if my audio is clear though. If my audio is clear, at least I can keep speaking. But I think you should continue to look forward to speaking to people. I just think like you got to gauge like, hey, if these people aren't necessarily reciprocating that same effort and whatever towards me, if you're being honest with yourself about it, you can just reserve that energy for someone else. Because sometimes it feels like you really want to, share that with someone. You want to share that energy. You want to share that experience with other people, but the specific people you're sharing it with aren't really appreciating it, if that makes sense. So it's always fair to reserve and save that energy for someone who's worth it. But it's for people who are like introverted and stuff, it's hard for them to find who or what's next. You know, it's very easier said than done. So I can understand. I can understand that sentiment there. Rob, you tapping in? Hey, Rob, let me know how the audio and visual is, man. Because I walked through the alleyway and then someone said it was laggy. So let me know. Because I was in between buildings here. But I'm walking up to the park, the main spot. Trying to get the sunlight. Appreciate your rub. Just walking through. Looking out for Dog Dookie in this park. You know that same joint I always be sitting at. I'm back here. Sun's to the east. All right. Like number two. Oh, I appreciate it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Damn, man. Rob, all I'm speaking on is like, when you look forward to speaking with people and that feeling of looking forward to speaking to people, but maybe the reciprocity isn't quite there. Matter of fact, let me make sure this is all set up properly. Damn. Good. It's all bad. There we go. It's as good as I'm gonna get it right there. As good as I'm gonna get it right there. Rob, 1 second. I'm gonna check this screenshot. Let me know who's still tapped in. My bad. Hopefully it came back in time. Basically, I just wanted to read the screenshot. It said, when you look forward to talking about life with certain people, that's what it was. Because I had to take the screenshot, so I knew exactly what I wrote. And look forward to speaking about life with certain people. Yeah, it's interesting, man. That's the other thing too. Was like, I will say, I guess in my own like, let me make sure. Okay, yeah, just making sure. Because when I leave the stream to check something, sometimes I know it does like the little, like it repeats the frame or whatever. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. How are you doing, by the way, man? How are you doing, man? I don't think I forgot. I think I forgot to check in with you yesterday. You know what I mean? I was caught up in talking to, was it Kylie who was speaking with us in the beginning? But let me know. Let me know if you're doing all right, man. Let me know how things are going there. I will say too, it's like yeah, it's interesting because I'll give an example. Like, let's say I have like a cousin in my life that like I really look forward to speaking to them about life and certain things, good or bad. And like sometimes in my mind, I imagine the conversation going a certain way. Like I kind of almost romanticize like whether it's them empathizing or them feeling what I'm saying. But then sometimes the actual conversation happens and it doesn't play out that way. So that's one way to look at it. Is like, how much of you are you my bad, chilling, man, still scanning the cards. How many cards you got? Damn, you did say you had a binder though. You're starting to put a binder together. I will say I saw this binder. This one kid, she brings this like four card binder. Is it 4 cards? Or maybe it's like a thick one where it's like you can put the top loader cards inside the sleeves, if that makes sense. So you can put the top loader cards inside the binder. It's a really thick one. It's like one of those zip up binders that's really like wide. It's kind of cool though. So it's like she said she has like a binder at the house that's like worth hundreds of thousands. And I was like, leave that at the house. Don't bring this here for trading. Just leave that at the house. But I think I've traded with her before, just EV cars, which is pretty nice. Yeah, her and her family's pretty dope. 9 card binder. Okay, I see. Yeah, yeah. I think I have that too. Or that's the one I used to use, I should say. But yeah, man. I will say, yeah, back to the, speaking about life, it's like, yeah, you gotta, hopefully you're not, I don't want to say fantasizing, but overly romanticizing yourself and information, if that makes sense. When I say yourself, it's more like, oh yeah, people will always be receptive to things I gotta say and think and do, and that's not always true. Sometimes people just don't want to hear shit. I'm the same way, man. Sometimes I'm like overly honest. I'm overly open and honest, and I speak a little too much sometimes. And part of me is very shameless about it. I really don't care. I'll just say what the fuck. Like if I'm hurting and I'm feeling sad about something, I might just say it off the top of my mind, and I'm not intentionally trying to bring the energy down, but it just happens that way. And sometimes you can't, some people will think that way and they'll romanticize like, yeah, if I say this to any group of people, they gotta feel me. And it's like, that don't always work. It don't always work that way. That's one way to look at it. And that's big ass flies. 9 to page. Oh yeah, 9 to page. Yeah, I got you. I see what you mean. Yeah, there's one that looked kind of cool. Like it's for like if you wanted to put all your rare stuff in one binder. And it's like if you put like, let's say the big top loader thing. So you get the sleeve and you put the sleeve inside the top loader, if that makes sense. The actual pockets inside the sleeves or excuse me, the actual pockets inside the sleeve pages are like thick enough to hold the top loader. So like some people have like really like thick, like taller and wider binders of just like top loaders, 9 top loaders. Some of them are just like fours. I seen like some lady, she had a, she was creating, she was, so what was she doing? She was completing the whole 150 or 151 of the base set cards. It's like she wanted every Pokemon card, their first appearance, if that makes sense. So the first Bulbasaur, the first Ivysaur, first Ammonite, first Kabutops, like all that. She wanted to get the first of all of them. So it went all the way from base set to fossil to jungle. So she had all of them, and including like Mew at the end. So she was gathering all the cards and putting them in like a 4-page binder that had top loaders. It was pretty cool. I gotta find. You could probably find her page. If it'll say like she finally completed all like a base set Pokemon binder. It was like a project that she was working on, which is pretty cool. I forget her name. You can find her page though. 151. Well, what I'm saying is it's not 151 the set, like not the recent set, but what I'm saying is she got like every base set card, like the very first appearance of the card, if that makes sense. And then she also completed the actual first base set. Like I don't know how many cards are in there. I think it's like 70 cards in that set because it's like a certain amount of Pokemon cards, and then there's like trainer cards. So she got all of those, and then she put them all in this like 4-page binder thing with the top loaders. So she made sure that she like enshrined them. It was crazy. I forget that lady's name, but if you look it up, you can find it. It's like she completed the whole base set. Whatever, I forget how to explain it, but yeah, I'm trying to remember what I got from 151. The funny thing is, like I don't want to say I purposely forget, but it's like I knew I was gonna forget. That's why I'm happy I documented like the pack openings and like the binder presentations. So you can still find that in the short section. But yeah, yeah, bro, it's really interesting, man. I guess like what's that saying, bro? Romanticizing side about it. Got to be careful with this stuff. Show your binder off. It's documented, man. What I'm saying is it's documented. If you just type in the just type in Cinco Bane and then put in Pokemon cards or something. Matter of fact, if you go to my playlist and then go to what is it, bro? It's like TC Pokemon TCG recaps. So don't do the shorts, but just do the recaps. Just type in Cinco Bane Pokemon TCG recaps, and it'll show you like what happened like every three span of 3 to 4 days, and like it'll have like all the binder stuff. You can just go through and just swipe and find all of it. That's why I documented it personally, so that way, because like I said, like every time I do a yearly project, I'm over and done with it. So like I know like a year from now, people are gonna ask me about Beyblade when I bring it up. I'm like, hey man, it's documented. Go ahead and check that out. And I'm gonna figure out the next thing. I have an idea. I just don't know yet. Oh my bad, I hit the mic. But yeah, this new binder. It's funny because like the binder, the way it used to be, I traded some of my EV cards to our friend at the shop, and she collects is EVs, which is funny. And what did I get? I got like a whole bunch of poison types like Venusaur. I got an Arbok, which was crazy. And then also, oh, another thing to look up. I think I had a playlist where it's like the weekly Tabletop Village pickups. I'll go to Tabletop and just like buy 9 cards. I would buy 9 individual cards and then try to create a page and decorate it a certain way. It's all there in a playlist form. If you just go to my playlist section, you scroll through it, you'll see like there's at least 3 Pokemon playlists. Sorry, there's multiple because there's gaming ones and then there's like 3 card ones specifically. There's like 3 card ones, which is pretty crazy. There's like 2 or 3. And the other one I did was the Mariners hat ones, where I was just collecting Mariners hats of different colors. And then I was like, every week I was gonna do a presentation of each new Mariners hat. There's one where I bought like 10 of them, so I had to show off all 10, and I started ranking them, which is pretty fun. I gave one of the hats that were in that video. I gave away to my uncle on Christmas because I bought hats for everyone for Christmas, and then he didn't get one, so I just feel like he was left out. I was like, hold on, let me go in my collection. I just pulled something down. I was like, what size hat are you? I don't know what size, so I had to find a snapback for him. That shit was funny because he don't be buying merch like that. He's one of those. He just got to this country like 10 years ago type shit, and all he's ever done is just work and grind. He don't care about clothes or nothing. Hella funny. But let me know if you find it though. Let me know if you find it, Rob. I might have to tag you in something. I don't know if I. How did I do it last time? I feel like I tagged you in something last time. I might have to just send the link, or maybe copy and paste the little link, and then you can scroll through it. But it's basically like how do I explain this? Scarlet and Violet. That's the beginning of the silver borders. When that started to be a thing, I was like, let me just start buying all the Scarlet Violet booster boxes, and then the next one was like Obsidian Flames, and then it just kept going from there. And I was like, I'm just gonna get two of each booster box, and as it keeps going along, I'm gonna buy other cards on the side to fill in days. You know what I mean? Because sometimes there were like gaps of like, let's say you get a booster box, there's 36 packs in there. If the next pack doesn't come out in the next 36 days, then I would have to like delay it and buy some other packs on the side. You know what I mean? Open those. So then you had those, and then you had I forget the name of it, but it's like there's one with Eevee on the front, and then there's one with Lucario on the front. There's another one, bro. There was hell of them. There was so many releases at that time, pause. And it's like, yeah, I stayed on top. That shit cost me money, bro. That should be, but it's cool because you're making money back. I know you were saying you're buying and selling, which is really good. I think for me, I'm just trying to hold on for as long as I can because I know some of these the price is gonna go up. Matter of fact, I was thinking about this last night, bro. I was thinking about you last night, pause, because I was like, I uh, I had this one Charizard card where he's fighting Venusaur in the background, like Venusaur's in the background, and then there's a Venusaur card where Venusaur is fighting Charizard in the background, like that full art thing. And the thing was, I bought it on eBay when it was fresh. So when it was fresh, it was like anywhere between 70 to 100 bucks. And then within like a month or a week, it dropped to 50. But right now, I think it's back to like the 70s and hundreds ish. But it's not graded. I don't have a graded one. I just have two of them, and then I got like that rainbow. No, I'm lying. I'm lying. I might have got Rainbow Charizard or Rainbow Arceus. I forget exactly what I got, but it was kind of cool. You buy the Charizard? Hey man, I gotta figure that out because I gotta look at what I have. I don't like remember what's there. That's why it's funny because I was showing the kid at the shop. I was like, "Yo, check out my shit." And then she was going through my binders, and she's like, "Damn, you got this Charizard here? Oh, this is crazy!" Like she's not even like a Charizard fan, but she low-key wanted the card, and I was like, "Ah, I guess that's a valuable one." But Charizards are always going to be valuable. You know what I'm saying? I gotta figure that out, man. I gotta figure that out. Charizard, my kid, second favorite. Oh, I feel that. Yeah, hell yeah, man. Charizard will never fail. Also, there's like I got the Charizard where he's like, the three one where it's like Charmander, and then the second one is Charmeleon, and there's Charizard above. It's like the full arts that you can stack on top of each other, all the three starters. So it's like I have the Charizard one from the most recent. I'm sorry, don't let me say most recent. It's like I don't even know what fucking box that was, but it's the one where he's like in the sky. And it's like a purple sky. I have that one, and then I got the terrestrialized dark one. So he's dark type Charizard, but he has the terrestrialized crystal over his head. I got the Miriam card. There was something else I got that because my brother was like, "Man, you get all the fucking chase cards." I was like, I don't even know. I'm just opening the packs, bro." And the funny thing was, I would literally just hold because like I said, I had two booster boxes. I get two of everything, so I would hold one of them. I would look at the other one. Okay, this box looks really clean, so I could probably hold this for like a long time. This one looks a little kind of frayed. I'm gonna open the one that's frayed, and every time I open the one that's frayed, it just has like the chase card in it, something random. I was like, bro, I don't know. There was one pack I bought. I think it was 151. I didn't get shit. If it wasn't that, it was the other one, the recent one. I don't even remember. But my brother, he's still been chasing cards right now. He's still getting like the new packs and stuff. And I was like, it's do your thing. But he's doing baseball cards right now too, which is crazy. He like Rayquaza. Is that what you're saying? Like Rayquaza? Rayquaza's cool. So he likes the dragons pretty much, even though Charizard isn't classified as a dragon. In everyone's heart, Charizard is a dragon, but he's just not classified as one. He's just like fire and flying. It's kind of good that he's not dragon because he would be weak to ice, and he's supposed to beat ice. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, now that he's fire, well, it kind of nullifies because he's fire, but because he's flying type rock and thunder can hurt him, which is you know what I mean? Yeah, reselling the boosters quick. I think you'll be good at figuring out the market for that. Just figuring out like just buying and reselling, which is dope. It's a dope thing actually. But yeah, back to this thing I'm talking about, man. Looking forward to speaking about life with certain people. You know, I want people to realize, man. If you're over here romanticizing your own life, thinking that the things you got to speak about, the things that you want to say, and you know the way you present yourself, like a lot of that shit is more important to you than it is to everyone else. So you got to remember a little bit. You got to. This is just this is a little reminder for myself as well. You got to dial it back sometimes and just ask yourself like, am I blowing this out of proportion? Am I making this a little more important than it needs to be? You know what I mean? Am I making this a situation where like I'm overly putting myself out there? I'm overly thinking that I deserve this attention based off of this subject. I know some people like that right now. You know, some people are going through in their early 20s what I went through in my late teens. So then it's just lets you know, like, I guess the point I'm making is like the proximity of age. It's like, let's say, you know, like I'll give you an example. I've never had a car. I've never had a car. It's not that I haven't ever driven. Like I know how to drive. If I get behind the wheel, it'll come back to me. But the thing about that is like, even though I haven't drove, I'm the person in the family that, like, when they need like the 5,000 or the 10,000 for the funeral expenses and medical costs and shit like that, pay off the ambulance and shit. I'm probably the guy that comes in because, you know, we got the hustle going on over here. But that's just my thing, is like hustling up money, doing the stocks, letting the dividends compound within the next 3 to 4 months, letting things be what they need to be. You know what I'm saying? Just taking care of shit and just making sure, like, you know, if the bill is paid at dinner and lunch, like I'm that guy. Like I used to be that guy, but like obviously I'm jobless right now, so I'm just doing this little creative thing and being free a little bit. But I'm that guy in the family. But like other people, they're the reliable person that got their license and they drive people around. You know what I'm trying to say? So everyone kind of plays their part. My bad, Rob. 5 prismatics and got one. Oh my bad. One EX card. You think I pulled 5 prismatics and got, oh, one EX card. Yeah, got you, got you. Oh, whoa, whoa. Why did they do that? Yeah, you try not to care about what other people think. I mean, what it is like, I think for me, even on that thing, it's like for people that do, it's okay. You know, I don't want to like pretend like it's not good or bad. It's like it's just a part of, you know. I'm just pointing out some people actually romanticize the fact that they need to open up to people. The thing I think with most men too, I will say this, with most men like us, it's like we've opened up to people. The reason why I brought this up is we've opened up to people before, especially at very vulnerable times, whether it was me having a grieved mom or whatever, or me having to, you know, uh, go through certain whatever, like certain episodes of shit. It's like yeah, I've been there before, only to be like less, you know, contacted less, I should say. You know, people reach out less now, and it's like, damn, I be feeling like a damn burden now. It got you feeling that way. But if that's who you are in the first place, if you're someone to open up, then you should continue to open up. I wouldn't let a certain experience kind of shift, you know, the way you think and feel about stuff. That's just one way I look at it. But I'm kind of extending that same, I don't know if the word is olive branch of knowledge to other people who might be going through the same thing. You know, not necessarily you, Rob, because you're here in the chat interacting, but whoever might be here from the playback, whoever drops in and out, you know, you never know. But what I was saying was I did this poll earlier about what topic should I talk about, and I forgot to address it. So here I am addressing this specific topic of when you want to speak about life with certain people, but a lot of times the reciprocity isn't quite there, and therefore it's like, well, you got to ask yourself if you were to if you if this is the type of person you are, you almost got to find the people that you can, like, if you want if you want reciprocity, um there's not wrong with looking and seeking for the people that can reciprocate that, even if that's a therapist. You know what I'm saying? Even if that's just like if that makes sense, man. Like it seems kind of devious at times, but it's like, no, you just sometimes it's not wrong with just looking for things you need. Like if there's stuff you need, there's people. It's one thing if you want a certain level of attention, but if there's like actual need of like intimacy or like a care, there's nothing wrong with like needing it. You know what I mean? Look at this B. What's going on with you, bro? Come on, man. I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling, man. Hey, hey, hey. B's over here, man. B's about to sting me or something, man. Nah, I ain't gonna manifest that. Hey, it's peace and love over here for me, bro. Come on, bro. Peace and love over here, bro. All right, I'm gonna walk away a little bit. I'm gonna walk in a circle because the dude is over here buzzing around me. You see, I walked around the bench. He's still buzzing on me. Here we go. I'm back. Here we go. Yeah, there's a difference between wants and needs. That's the crazy part too. Is like that B. I'm over here talking all this mess, and then B drill came up. You see, B drill come over here, just bop bop, trying to sting me. I gotta master the bug types over here, Rob. He wants the soda. Oh no, this is actually an iced coffee. It look hella like Coca-Cola though. But yeah, that's probably what they want too, though. They probably do want that caffeine. Imagine bro, bumblebees, or like, what is it? Yeah, bumblebees be working so hard, and if you give them caffeine, they probably be getting all the honey, just that. darting back and forth. Like, damn, you got all the pollen already. You got all the fucking whatever you call this shit. You know, pollinating everything out here. That shit funny as hell. He wants to be had beef with the chimera. I know, right? Yeah, he's still mad at the ants, bro. The damn, he's right here. He came back. I want no smoke with you. I want no smoke with you, bro. I live down the street. I gotta tell him. I live down the street. You know, I just come up here to hang out. All right, he's gone. He's gone. That's crazy. I'm telling you, man. That's how it is when you're in Viridian Forest. Whenever you're hanging out in Viridian Forest, B drill comes up. You know, and you guys got to be prepared. You just got to be nice to the B drill. Say, oh my bad, this is your area. I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna walk near the Pidgeys and sparrows and shit. Go hang out with Sparrow. That was crazy. I was scared. It's his block. He's checking you. I know he is, man. He's like, you see, he said, you see all this bird shit here on this bench? He said, I'll take care of that. That's crazy. I'm looking for him right now. Or he's right there. I'm looking for him too. I want no problems, man. I should have wore higher socks. I can't risk a bee sting on the calves today. I'm gonna be real sad. But yeah, real sad. Okay, my bad. Make sure I didn't miss nothing. Oh, that's a little fly. But yeah, yeah, man. I think about that stuff too, man. It's like I'm dealing with that with like a couple of friends right now that it feels like they kind of romanticize the need for help. You know what I mean? The need for oh, I can't wait to open up to everyone about all my problems. And I'm like, I mean, we're here to listen, but I think there are other people who have different thresholds of being able to handle that information. You know what I mean? That level of even like when you hear about your friend going through something, that is a level of grief as well. And I think historically, I have put people through. I'll be one to say I put people through. What's going on, though, Z? My bad. Um, it's crazy. It's so bright that I can't see the names, but I see them now. There we go. It's so bright. You got the ETB. You're trying to double the white flare. So there's, it's funny. There's a claw machine at Tabletop Village where we go to play Beyblade, and there's a white flare inside there. You just have to get the actual golden egg in the claw machine to get the white flare. But last week, our friend Kat, she won a Destin Rivals one, and she started getting all the fucking Team Rocket cards. It was crazy, man. I was like, dude, you got a good box right here. Pause on that. That's crazy. Good box. That sounded crazy. Well, yeah. But it's really interesting, man. I think about this too, where it's like, pre live streams and pre social media, people were just kind of like opening up to each other, if not keeping things bottled in. I think there's I was born in '93, so there's a generation of people like close to my age in the '80s where it's just like they kind of just bottled shit in a lot. And even worse is like the generations before them that were going through legit, legit crazy shit and just bottling it in. I'm like, damn, what's going on here? Oh shit, yeah, yeah. You got a Destin Rivals, ETB booster box to resale. Yeah, that's the one that I thought about buying for those kids, but I was like, people are like, maybe this isn't the chase box, but maybe the next one. So we'll see. But right now it's interesting because at the actual card shop I go to, all the kids that go there get all the kids and the families that go there, they get their fair amount of cards, which is really good to me. But I will say, I'm still pissed off at like the fucking like those adults getting whole pallets. They would get whole pallets, and like it's like the kids can't even enjoy the game no more. You know what I mean? But you really got to look out for your own at this point. That's how bad it's gotten. One solution is to kind of look out for the community, but it's like if you're not rich enough to do it over and over again, you're just that one time guy, and there's nothing wrong with that either. But at the same time, it's like you really just got to look out for your own, get your own stuff, get your own pieces. It's kind of where we're at right now. This is the era we're in. But yeah, whole pallets is crazy. You saw that though? You see people like they'd go to like Costco and shit because people be getting the cards in bulk. They go to Costco and then bam, it's just gone. Ew. Early pause. I might have to whip it out and then hit the piss real quick. And I'm looking around like damn. But it's like I'm right in the middle of the park type shit, man. Still might have to do it. Hold on. Hit the mute. I'll be right back. Bro, that's crazy. My bad. You just you just don't open shit. You resell it. I'm the same way. I'm holding on to it. Yeah, I bet like 4 to 8 things a month. Yeah, yeah, man. I mean, once a month is good. Once a month is healthy. If you could do once every other month, that's probably better. But the way that the releases are happening now, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, I had to water these plants. You know, it's funny, bro. I walked over here, so I don't know if I told you like last time I walked over here, and I tried to go by like the shed, and I was like, hold on, this shed is attached to someone's yard. God damn it! So I had to walk over to the side over here. I was sad. Let me hit the mutie. You know, that's what happens when you hydrate, though. But you gotta do what you gotta do in the summer. It's just so wide open. I was like, man, I gotta lock in, make sure I ain't being washed. I ain't trying to be surveyed, man. You know, my bad though. My bad, Robin Z. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I gotta do this because it's like it's hella bright. It's hella bright. But yeah, man. If you tapping into this live here, whether it's with the playback or not, man, this is the unstructured shit that I do, man. You know, I sit here just on the fly on my neck. Speaking of flies, got the fly on my neck. What's going on with you? Where you go? And it's kind of funny. You know, it's kind of funny like that. Um, but on the other hand, I just got to be this way, man. I just got to be this way sometimes, man. I feel like I was super structured and to the point and never trying to break the rules and always walking on eggshells with certain people. You know what I'm saying? I'd be walking down the street trying to be unassuming because I knew cops would always be rolling around. And I did the same thing in the hallways because I was never a bad kid. I try to stay out of trouble and just stay going to the gym and the security act like I'm doing something wrong. And I'm like, bro, I'm really just trying to go to class, etc. And it's like, damn, I'm trying to. I told my coach, I was like, I don't want to go to school no more, man. I'm tired of this shit because I'm already not going to focus in class. And these people treat me like I'm like, I'll be skipping school. Like my record's perfect right now, but you got me feeling like I should start skipping at this point, you know. But it's funny, you get mistreated a certain way by people supposed to be taking care of you. It'll have you feeling a way. And then it's literally like the moment I started tapping into this bit of, I don't want to say freedom, but just being a little more free and honest with myself, everything started falling into place, bro. I don't even know what to tell you. It doesn't work for everybody, but it started working for me. And it's funny because I actually learned it from one of my friends who's homeless right now. And he was always like that. He was always very free and just kind of open. He was very good at learning and very good at creating, and even just he was good at freestyling, bro. He was one of the best freestylers, bro. He probably could have battled anyone, but in like structured environments and like one-on-one stuff, he just couldn't really deal with it. But it's funny because if I tried to implement a little bit of structure with him, and it just didn't work for him. Like it just didn't really vibe with him. But at the same time, he was able to kind of, I mean, he doubled a little bit of it and was able to take it to a certain level. So he was a monster, man. He was a monster as an artist and as like just an individual. You know what I mean? But same thing, he kind of broke me out of my shell. He kind of taught me a bit of structure that I needed to just open myself up, pause, and just stay on like a more, what's the word I'm looking for, man? Like open and creative path. You know what I mean? Like he was on that type of time, and I was able to teach him a little bit of structure. So we were able to bounce each other out a little bit. I think I received more from him, pause, than I was able to teach him. You know what I mean? But we really bounced each other out as friends. It's just like upsetting that, that's the other crazy part. Me and him had a lot of parallels, and then his mom had passed the same year my mom did, and it's like we just ended up on different, And I try to send my guy money. I try to send him some money and take, look out for him every now and again, but it just didn't work out, man. What's going on with Max Kibo? Your brother's overcoming some things too, man. He's going through an injury right now. Max Kibo, what's going on, man? Appreciate you dropping back in, man. Max Kibo, he dropped a joke a couple lives ago. I'm slow on the uptick. I'm slow as hell. You know me. Shit. I was nah, I ain't gonna say that. I was gonna say some goofy about myself, but yeah, I'm just slow on the uptick sometimes. But it's good to see you, my guy. What's going on with your brother, man? He's doing all right. Yeah, it's tough, man. I got people in my life. As you get older, you start meeting people that like either it breaks my heart because it's almost like they gave up on life. If they didn't give up on life, life itself hit them really hard, and it was hard for them to bounce back. But I understand it. Like, you know, I understand it, man. I got like, I don't know what the word is, like I have a decent, like, I got fallback shit. You know what I mean? I got like family and friends here and there. There's some people who feel real hopeless. They don't really put themselves out there to really find out whether or not they have the actual love and structure from people because they're so in their own whatever. But I'm like, I just kind of, I was like, he knows I'm here for him, but he just kind of, again, back to fantasizing and stuff or romanticize. He romanticizes that the best lifestyle and the extreme that he needs to live. Back to the freedom part is it's more relative to these celebrities that live their life, and I'm like, you don't know these people, but you know us. You should fall back on us, but I don't know, man. It's sad that he feels that way. Um, that's a longer story. He got hit. My bad. He got hit in the head with a pop machine. What? It was only his after. He was ready for that one. Max was ready for that one today, man. Listen, I'm gonna let whoever pop in the live chat go ahead and read that. He's like this every day, man. We had a dude. Hey, you know what's funny? We had a dude just like you, but he was less. He was less. What's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? I know when I say his name, I'm gonna summon him. But he was left. He was less. He was less smarter than you. I'll say that much. He was less smarter than you. He wasn't as sharp as you are. We had a dude named Jeff Bozo. They used to show up in the chat, and he used to be kind of funny like this too, which is funny. Witty. There we go. He was less witty than you. Very less witty than you. This guy named Jeff Bozo. He was just a kid though. But he used to come in here, and it was cool because we had like different kids pop in the chat, just checking on the Beyblade stuff or like the actual conversation. And he was like the entertaining. He was the entertaining side of it until he made it all about himself, which was kind of sad. That's a whole nother story. But Max, I appreciate you, man. You're always welcome. And you're always welcome here. How's it going? Yeah, it's an interesting thing. Um, I'm looking at this. Like that looked weird for me for a second. I looked like a little tent. My bad. Like I said, I'm waiting on this call slash whatever. On a real note, I wish you nothing but prosperity and love, homie. You know, Max, I appreciate that, man. My bad. Yeah, have a great day. Hey, man, you too, man. Yeah, I hope. Actually, I hope you have good weather where you're at, because our stuff's been fluctuating, Max. It's been like I don't know if you were here the other day when it was like it was like 80 something, and then it would drop down back to the 70s. And I just want some consistent 80s, consistent 90s. I need some 90-degree weather. That's just me, So I don't know. I don't know, man. Hopefully the weather's good where you're at. Things are good where you're at, man. I hope you and your people are doing all right. I literally just got done chopping it up with I was going to the convenience store where they brew this coffee for me, and oh my bad, damn, the screen just got dim. Probably hella bright. Um, it's interesting. I wanted to say hi to the guy, but he looked like he had a lot of boxes and like receipts and audits that he had to deal with. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna say good morning, and I was get my coffee and go about my day. But he ended up talking to me for a while, and I was like, damn, I could tell he really needed someone to speak with today. But he had asked me like, how are you doing? How's the family doing? Things like that. And I was like, gosh, that's good. He's in the right mindset still. He just seems so busy the past couple of days. His shop is upgrading, and it's beautiful to watch. And I'm like, man, it's beautiful to watch from a distance. It's like I'm really happy for him. But he still took time out of his day to check in with me, and that was a really good feeling. So I guess hopefully I'm able to extend the same type of energy to you guys through the live. Sometimes I deal with people in person that what I'm saying is like I'm being very, very grateful with like the love and care from everyone, just in general, and I try to reciprocate that as best as possible. So bear with me if I get caught up in my own shit. My bad. You need some 80-degree. I need some 80-degree too. It's 8, so it's gonna be like 80. Well, nah, it's gonna be like 78, 79 today, but they say it's gonna feel or touch the 80s, if that makes sense. So we'll see, man. Like I hope it works out, Rob. Like damn, hopefully I'm reading this correctly. Now I want to see your Pokemon binder. Rob, if you go to the my binder hasn't changed. If you go to the my playlist section, it should be weekly Pokemon. Just type in Sicko Bane weekly, or just go to the playlist section and just keep scrolling, and then you'll see like I documented each binder page. Like each short is a new binder, and you don't have to watch the whole short. Just like look at the page and then just scroll the next one, scroll to the next one, and then I did like an actual vlog where it's me in the shop. I have my Meta Ray Bans on, and I just kind of film, and I asked them, I was like, you guys care if I film in the shop? I was like, no, we don't care. I just turn on the Meta Ray Bans, and for 60 seconds I was like, oh, let me grab this one, can I get that one please, boom. And then I would sit there and I try to like structure the deck or sorry, not the deck, but the binder page, and I put it together, all 9 cards. But yeah, let me know if you find it though. If you don't, I'll try to tag you in something, or just like leave me a comment if you don't find it, and I'll try to tag you in the or if that makes sense. Also, Rob, if you're on Discord, I could just send you the shit too. I don't know if I have you added or not. You know, it's cool. We had a tournament this weekend, and uh, yeah, some unfortunate events happened to one of our organizers. But beside the point, 8 new people showed up. 8 new people showed up to the event, and 6 of them were kids. And so, like, I was talking to one of the parents. I was like, "Damn, what?" I was like, "Well, this one is my son, but the other 2 are just friends, and I want to make sure they have a place." I was like, "Yo, this is dope." I was like, "If you make a Discord, I'll add you, and then I can make sure I send you videos and we can show you the photos and stuff of all events and just come out to things, just come out to all of that we have going on, and then yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it was cool to like have more families, and then like newer people show up, and then some people are kind of just keeping to themselves in the corner, and I was like, just trying to check on people here and there. Other people, it was a lot of kids, man. It was really dope. Their first tournaments, a lot of them didn't make top 8. They were scoring well though. There was one of them that got like 2-3 on the record, but his scoring differential was too low, so unfortunately he wasn't able to make the finals. But so they left early. But one of my friends, JB, was able to raffle off. Shout out to Lord Crambuji. He was able to raffle off one of the whales, the booster whales from Hasbro, to one of the kids. So that was a good thing. It was a great day, man. Great weekend. My bad. Let's make sure I'm seeing all this. The phone dimmed the light on me. There goes the bee. The bee came back. I'm gonna just stand still, bro. Got the bee right on the ear. You see him? See the side of my head? See the bee? Y'all see the bee? I could just hear him in my ear in the back of my head. He's just checking me out. Y'all see the bumblebee? Y'all see him? B was just checking me out. He was like, "Bro, all this sweat. What you sweating? This is caffeine, my guy. Leave me alone." The other side of it too, when you have bumblebees and stuff, like if you're one of those people that if you're kind of like me, so I have dry skin, I got eczema and whatnot, kind of running through the family, but you mix the sweat with the actual lotion and moisturizing and shit. I got to take care of my skin. The actual whatever the scent, and sometimes like it attracts certain flies and bees and shit. So everyone thinks it's like there's a level of like must and like homelessness where that attracts flies, but that's a different story. Unfortunately, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just saying, unfortunately, that's another part of it, and that shit'll like bring the flies in. But these bees, man, they're looking for something. The pollinate, they're looking for some sweets and shit. I'm like, damn, man, I got the what is it? This is like shea butter type shit, cocoa butter, whatever. So that shit happened to me in the Philippines, man. It's sad. I was getting stung up by or getting bit up by mosquitoes because I was just putting on the little Palmers. I had the Palmers joint. Bop bop, hit that on. I was getting attacked, bro. Hold on, let me check something real quick while we at it. Yep. But yeah, I think we're back. Hopefully, if Rob shows up again, I could tell him like that's the purpose of me documenting it, so that way I'm not just saying stuff like it's actually there, or there's a reference point. You know what I mean? Like when I speak about certain tournaments, if I speak about a Beyblade tournament, it's like, yo, I was there. Maybe my information is a little off, but I don't usually film myself. So I'm usually filming everyone else, and I'm being very honest about my experience there, win, lose, draw. There's no draws, it's just win or loss. You know what I mean? So that's my whole thing. That's the important part, I think, of documenting things along the way. It's like, and it's funny because you'll see that with like rappers and other people in like the music scene. People will always speak about a certain experience with certain artists or certain whatever, and they'll talk about it, and it's like, but where's the facts? Where's the information? Where's the video footage? Whatever. You don't always need to vet everything, but for certain stuff, it's kind of cool to just say like, hey man, this is actually documented. I opened these packs. The openings were there, and you can like find the reference points of each one. So it's cool because I guess Rob is getting into the hobby, so then that way, yeah, he's pretty much just seeing it live. Like this is what it looks like right here. B was buzzing though. It's getting to be. It's damn near gonna be noon in a second. Oh, let me see. Yeah, it's damn near gonna be noon in a second. Oh, Summer, what's going on? What's going on with you, Summer? I know that. Well, so hold on. I remember you said something before. But like, so Summer is the my bad. Summer and Sky the budgie. So those are the names of the birds. But yeah, I'm still gonna call you Summer every time. Man, so I've been on for the past couple days, but it's funny because pretty much I got this acceptance to this new job. So I've been trying to just stay consistent on here because I'm like, the moment I get this job, I know I'm gonna have all my time taken away from the live streams, or not, well, most of it. I shouldn't say all of it because I'm gonna try to get on as much as I can. But I'm just like, let me probably go back to doing one live a day until I get the hiring process or whatever. I gotta go in on Wednesday and deliver like I gotta show my ID card and like Social Security or something funny just to prove that I'm a real human being or something funny. And then yeah, so I might, we'll see, man. Summer, I ain't seen you in a long time. What's going on? My bad, my bad. It's so bright I can't see shit. My bad, dog. But I appreciate you dropping in, man. I hope you've been doing all right, man. How you been doing? Hopefully your summer's been good. A lot of people this summer been going through some depressive slumps. A lot of people are losing loved ones and breaking up in relationships. I'm trying to make sure that everyone just stays like, I'm trying to keep the balance, man. I had certain friends tripping the other day. I was like, listen, man, I need y'all to be adults right now, man. I need us all to be, because I just know me personally, I can't do it alone. I need people there with me. So I need people to be on point with me. And I just want to be fair and honest about that. My bad. You been doing good? It's good to hear. How have I been doing? You know what's crazy? I'm trying to think. Let me think about this. Yesterday was my 1 year mark for attending Beyblade events. So then I did like a little celebration thing at night, solo joint. And then I guess I'm a little anxious about what's the next thing I'm gonna do. But I still want to participate in the community. But every now and again, things just seem a little off-putting to me. Where I'm like, I don't know if I want to. Like, I feel like I'm supposed to give things a break. You know what I mean? Like, I'm constantly caught in my own cycle of thought here and there. I'm overthinking shit. Don't get me wrong. That's on me. I'm just overthinking. Like, man, maybe I need to just chill out for a bit. Maybe I shouldn't be less involved. So it's kind of cool that I'm gonna get this new work thing because the new job's gonna keep me busy in a different type of way. But at the same time, like I do miss this freedom. It's just, the problem is there's just not much like income. So I got to recoup all of my stock money, all my credit card money. I'm not in credit card debt, but I'm trying to recoup a few things here and there. My bad. World War Three before new GTA 6. Damn near right. Damn near right. You got same or some cool cars. I appreciate that, man. I'm trying to get like I was low key about to trade up, but then my brother was kind of like, you might want to keep some of that shit because that shit is really valuable. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna trust his opinion because he was tapped in with the Pokemon cards longer. Like he did that shit when we were kids. Like I told you, my brother was the type of person. My brother told me, he said, hey man, when you open the cards, this is back in like 98, 99. He said, when you open the pack of Pokemon cards, give me the one that's shiny and you can have the rest. And in my mind as a little kid, I'm like, wait, so I get 8 cards and you get one? Oh shit. And I remember I opened one of the packs. He took the fucking holographic Blastoise, and I had like 8 of these plain ass cards. I was mad as shit. I might have socked them. I was a little kid. I might have socked them. I don't remember. Um, just promise though, if you become popular, you remember me, bro. Hey, as long as you keep the same name and the profile picture, I'll probably remember you. But if someone, I will remember Summer and Sky the Budgie for sure. Summer, of course. How many binders you got, Rob? That's a good question, man. Because I had one personal binder, and then I started adding to it. So, for example, based off of the YouTube shorts, right? I have 2 binders that have cards from all the YouTube stuff. Yeah, 2 of them. And then I have a spare one because someone at that card shop just gave me the binder. Like, you can just have this because someone left it. I was like, what? Are you sure? Like, yeah, just have it. As long as it's clean, you can have it. I was like, cool. Took the binder. So I have this small one. Then I have another old one where I put like basketball and baseball cards or something in it. So I have like somewhere between 3 to 5. 3 of them at least 3 of them are full. At least 3 of them are full. And then the other 2 are kind of like just spaced out things, collection stuff. You know what I'm saying? But somewhere I got you. I might have socked them. I might have, knowing me as a kid. Yeah. Because I used to be mad about that shit. And the thing is, my brother's 5 years older, so he's big as shit. And he probably just fucked me up. I didn't care. You know? I used to be mad. I was one time my brother was tripping on my cousins, and I jumped on his back to try to, like, help out. And then he just whooped my ass. I was like, I don't give a fuck. And my dad was like, why are you fighting him? He's bigger than you. I don't care. It's funny, though, because I'm the youngest of, like, there's, like, 3 of us, 3 brothers. I'm the youngest, and I'm taller than each of them now by like 1 or 2 inches, which is kind of funny. I was like, how did this work out? 'Cause why does this always happen? Because on the other side of my family, my other cousin, he ended up being like 6 foot, 6'1" or some shit. And then his oldest brother, he's shorter than me. He's like 5'2". No, he's like 5'3". You know what I'm saying? But it's always the little motherfuckers that be throwing hands. It's always I'm 5'5", so it's always the motherfuckers that's like 5'3" and under be throwing hands. It's always some like short Filipino or Mexican dude that you be throwing down all the time. It's always them types. You know what I mean? My bad. I gotta read this shit. 2 binders. How long did it take to fill up? So that's the funny part is like because you saw the top rows how there's three, so it's like three, 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 right? So it's 9 per page. You know how you technically get 3 hollows in like the newer sets. So that's how I would lay out the binders. I would like open 3 packs. So I'd open 3 packs one a day, 1, 2, 3, and then on the third day I would do that highlight page where it's like I would put the 3 days worth on there. So you can imagine each page is worth at least 3 to 4 days worth of cards, or 3 hollow. You know what I'm trying to say? So I don't know if that makes sense. So it took me 365 days because I was doing 365 1 pack of cards a day. And you probably found the playlist too of just like the single pack openings. Those single packs are linked. If you monitor the dates can relate to the actual dates that are shown on the actual highlights of each page, if that makes sense. So I tried to document everything piece by piece, so that way there was no like whatever. And does that make sense? Like I tried to make sure like when I was filming the page, it has the dates like 324 to 327 or whatever, 324 326. So I tried to document it specifically. So if you look up that same date as a single pack opening, you'll see when I actually opened the single pack. So all of it's kind of documented there. Hopefully that makes sense to you, Rob. I'm not trying to complicate things more than they need to be, but hopefully I'm making sense to you. I forgot what I was saying. We were talking about something. My bad. So it took me about complete sets. I don't have complete sets, man. I was like, I'm just gonna go for opening the whole box, and I'm gonna focus on not. It's funny. My brother got really close to completing a set. I forget which set it was. It was one he got really close to. Um, but I was like, let me not focus on the sets right now. Let me just get 365 and just see how that plays out. So I was doing a bit of gamba there. Low key, I might do that, man. You got me thinking, but like I said, I got to move on to the next one. You know what I'm saying? I got to move on. When I was in Portland, I bought a booster box of Digimon cards, dog. I'm like, I know I'm not gonna play the game, but I just want to look at the cards. And then I looked at the packs, and the guy even said at the shop, he's like, man, if you hold on to this for a minute because it's not popular yet, it's gonna be something. Because this is the revival of the Digimon game, and it's also like all generations are participating in it. So it's just dope, man. Like it's a good time for cards in general. You got Magic, Lorcana, you got Grand Archive, you got all type of shit going on. So it's just like, but people like the best experience for the cards is actually playing the games. Actually dueling in it and shit. Throwback Yu-Gi-Oh stuff is a thing. You know how that go, Rob. And that shit dripping balls. What the fuck? All right, man. We gonna get this rolling in a second. Start mobbing in a second. Charging up all shit. Charged up in the sun right here. Got my sunlight. Walked outside for a bit. You know, 2 binders. Yeah, I'm trying to think. That took about, because I don't even know how many pages that is. I forgot the name, the brand of that binder. It's funny, man. It's funny how that works. I don't know if you're familiar with the phrase, or if anyone here is familiar with the phrase, set it and forget it. But set it and forget it basically means like, I'll give you an example. The best way I used to do it was stocks. So literally for a year, I just invested in stocks, and then you just kind of set a certain amount of deposits and you forget it. So that's what set it and forget it is. But I will say, like in regards to the card stuff, it was the same thing. It was the same process, I should say. The same process being, you just commit to a certain thing. The thing was, I wasn't chasing cards, and that's why I got some of the best chase cards, which is interesting. Right. You know what? I like that. You know what, bro? We might have stole it from the tile setters. We might have stole it from y'all. If you set tiles, that might have been where the investor stole it from, was you guys. Because things always start out from the groundwork. You know what I'm saying? Always starts from the ground up, man. Real blue collar shit. You need to learn stocks. I mean, all you need to learn is like, I'll give you an example, man. Like if you're wearing like I'm wearing like hold on, these are my old work shoes. This is just some fucking James Harden Adidas, and they look like the fucking what's that shit? The Mystery Machine, Scooby Doo type shit. But here's the thing, that's Adidas, so you can invest in Adidas. So if you wear Nike, invest in Nike. And then another big thing is like just do S&P shit because S&P encompasses all of it. It's like the top was it 500, 50 to 500 performing stocks, all in like an ETF, equity trust fund, like a pretty much a portfolio. So if you do those ETFs like SCHD and shit like that, you'll be fine. You don't have to do like you should always spend your own money. People will pay like what do you call those like financial specialist people. I'm not into that, bro. But some people are so busy they just have other financial aid people take care of their shit for them. I don't know if financial aid is the right word. Financial advisors, excuse me. Some people would just pay financial advisors. I knew a lady who was really she worked in a pyramid. Well, she's my friend, I guess, but she used to do pyramid schemes and insurance stuff. And she was trying to make big money, so she was always like trying to hustle and bustle and stuff, and just get commissions off of the people that she signed on. And the funny part about it was like she was so busy doing that shit, she started paying a financial advisor. I was like, you don't have to do that. You can just take the time that you would normally spend doing some other things, dial it back, and learn it yourself. But there's like small little videos. I will say, Rob, if you're still kicking it, look up a Dream Green show. The Dream Green show. This guy named Zeke down in Texas. He just sits there and he talks about stocks and investing strategies all day. He's one of the best people. I used to kick it on live stream with Zeke all the time. The Dream Green show. Look that up. He does the Dream Green conversations and he does the Dream Green show. He does two of them. But that guy right there, his name is Zeke down in Texas. He used to be a football coach, or excuse me, he used to play football. He's a part-time football coach, and he does stocks a lot. And he's really good at just breaking it down very simple. And he's really good at slowing down the conversation and making things very relatable too. But you probably like his content. He's a good dude. I used to be part of his Patreon. I used to pay for his Patreon, where you would get access to like the actual stock traders. So I don't know, like everything is different for everyone. I'm more of an investor in the sense of like, again, back to set it, forget it. I'll buy some and let it sit there for a while. But some people are really good at options and buying and selling. So like I said, my friend who is more like a free person, he doesn't like setting and forgetting shit. He just like has to keep moving. So he was good at like trading options. He made close to like 50,000 to 100,000. That's what he told me. I didn't see it. I didn't see it myself, but he said he had it. I was like, listen, I believe you because he has that mindset for it. But he lost all of it because he gave all his money away on some goofy shit. But that's how some people are, man. He's just a giver. He's one of those like he's just always constantly giving shit away. Hey, let me cross the street. I bet I can't look at the chat and do both. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get up in here. I'm gonna lock in on this stuff. I might go live with the game, but I don't know yet. But let me get up in this here, get working on this content, upload some things, do some edits, charge up my devices, etc. I appreciate you being here, Rob. Hold on, let me double check. Yep, appreciate you being here, man. Love you guys. Appreciate y'all, man. Peace.